Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Gman Fishing. Today we got a rod meant for uh, jig fishing without a bobber or a stationary float or a slip float. This is for what they call cracking for steelhead or jigging for steelhead. Basically, is what it is, but they call it cracking because of what they're doing. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, so you guys are going to have to keep me informed and up to date on everything. So, y'all, let's get to fishing. So we're going to do like what we do anytime we start out steelhead fishing. We're going to start in close and cast it out there, and then we're just going to bounce it off the bottom, just like this. And we're going to follow it all the way down until it gets into the bank, like we would anything else, y'all. And this is what they call cracking. You're just taking a jig, you're tossing it out there, and then you're just using your wrist and twitching it. But it's not really twitching it, it's more like a jerk. So therefore it's more like cracking it, instead of jerking it. And then you just bring it into, let it go into the bank, reel it in. I do have 4 other rods with me because you know me, if I feel like I can catch fish on something else, I'm going to. I did bring the bead rod today too. So if you guys want to see some bead fishing, we may try that as well. But for right now, I kept telling you guys I'm going to do a cracking video or a jigging video. And so that's what we're doing now. And this is uh, a style and technique that they do without a float. A stationary float or a slip bobber. So, and basically what they do is they throw it out and they just bounce it off the bottom like this. That's what they call cracking. Another word for it is basically just jigging for steelhead. I did catch one fish on it earlier today. It was not a steelhead, but it was a fish nonetheless. That'll be on a video sometime. So for those of you who don't know what cracking is, this is what it is. You don't always, it's a lot of work. I don't care much for, how's it going, David? I don't care much for cracking. It's a lot of work. Any type of steelhead fishing is a lot of work, but to me, cracking is even more work because you're constantly doing this number and just following it down with the rod tip, following it until it gets into the bank, and then you're starting all over again. So, and like I said, you start in close, and you work yourself further and further out, and so yeah, just throw it out there. And yeah, casting upstream is good because it helps keeps you on the bottom as well. So, I'll show you my box and all my stuff I got. Hello, how's it going? Hi, how you doing? And so that's just how you jig, how you crack for steelhead. If you like this kind of content, click like, subscribe, comment. If you dislike it, let me know. That way I can fix whatever might be wrong. After this cast, I'll go through and show you a lot of the gear I'm throwing throughout the season. Hey, thank you. So, and then we're just taking our rod tip and we're following that jig down. See, and then whenever we get a bite, when we're jigging it, it makes it easier to set that hook also if you're pulling away from the river. So, and you never know where the fish are going to bite at. It could bite way out there. It could bite in close. You never know. So, and I've shown you the other jig and bobber combinations quite a bit. But anywho, it's just a jig, 1/4 ounce jig head, bright, vibrant color. To me, steelhead um, they like loud colors, so fluorescence is a good color. On a medium light action rod, um, 15-pound braid for the main line, Power Pro and an 8-pound P-line leader. And Shimano Nexen or something like that, however they say that. Okay, I'm getting behind on my highs. Hi. Thank you for saying that would be cool. Hello, Cool D. And then, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the rest of my box that I'm carrying with me. And this is just, it's gonna have a lot of my jigs in there. And it's gonna have a lot of my casting gear in there too. And it's just a small box with plenty of room for day-to-day stuff that I use on the regular. If I don't use it, you won't find it in this box. So I got multiple jigs, colors, some of the same colors, but you definitely want a lot of bright colors. I wish they had a fluorescent green one because I think that would be perfect for steelhead fishing, but they don't have one. White and orange, black and red and pink and orange, black and red, solid pink, black and orange, one of my favorites. Olive green, colored one. I catch a lot of trout on that one. And then I'm guessing that's some kind of pattern to maybe represent a leech with the egg on there, because we got egg sucking leeches. They suck on eggs. So just different things to use. I have tried twitching jigs from time to time, but that's quite a bit bigger jig. That's like a full ounce lead head. And then some of these other ones, and these are all just jigs that I use for steelhead fishing on the Deschutes River. Some more than others, but it's just good to have a variety of different ones, different sizes as well. Like, because sometimes you're fishing not just deep water, so sometimes just having lighter stuff to fish waters that aren't so deep. And then here on this side, we got all of our spoons and our spinners. Got blue foxes, panther martins, even a little cotton cornell rattle trap, which works pretty good. And then we got the cast masters as well, and the Thompson spoons all work pretty well. And then the stillies. So those are what I'm going to be using throughout the steelhead season. And I do have beads in my pocket, so I can pull those out real quick. Having different color beads and stuff like that can make a difference. But personally, I want them to look as close to the color of a egg as possible. So yeah, I got a couple of different orange colors and a red color, and that's what I'm using for those. So that's all the things that I'm going to be using for steelhead fishing, with the exception of my side planer and stuff. So let's get back to fishing. Remember, since they're always good if it's legal in your area. If not, then don't use them, because you don't want to get into trouble. And I'm going to be using the bloody tuna. The season's drawing close to an end. It closes out the first of the year, so we won't be on the river after the first of the year for a while, unless we go way downriver, because way downriver you can actually still fish, but that's kind of far out the way for fishing. Generally, after the first of the year, I start fishing reservoirs, and then I'm gonna throw out there in close, and we're just gonna jig it in. Well, jig it downriver, and then eventually work it in. So, and that's cracking or jigging. That'd be down towards Maupin area on the Deschutes for steelhead. So yeah, Maupin area down towards the mouth is open year round, but up here where I'm fishing today, or most of the time, is only open, from April to the end of the year. So it closes for 4 months. Yeah, the mouth of the Deschutes River, yeah. Yeah, mopping area too. Yeah. And people do catch them after the first of the year on their way back to the ocean. So my biggest issue is just the. It really shouldn't be the distance, because when I'm going to a lot of the reservoirs, they're probably about the same distance away as mopping is. But I like to chase trout, so in the reservoirs, and that's always fun. So. And there's no guarantees I'm going to catch anything cracking today, but we'll try a couple different colors, maybe switch a couple different spots just to give ourselves a better opportunity to during this live stream, because we can walk, all the way up and down, the bank to try different spots. So, can you guys hear me all right? Because I do have this fancy little thing on. I hope it's doing okay for you guys. Now, I don't know that people know a whole lot about cracking, because there's only a couple people that I know that actually do the cracking, and so, or jigging like this. Like I said, it's a lot of work. Wear yourself out. Oh, that was either a rock or a fish. I don't know. I've did it through that area a couple times and didn't hit nothing, so maybe I hit a fish on the side or something. I don't know. So this is just like another way to teach you guys how to catch a steelhead, and that's why I'm doing it like that. I've done jigging bobbers, I've done steelies, I've done spinners for you guys. So I've done side planing for you guys for steelhead. So this is just another way to teach you guys how to catch a steelhead during a live stream. Try to get you guys' attention, so you guys will watch and maybe learn something new. And as I can tell, the viewership isn't very good right now. So I'm not so sure too many people know about this style of fishing for steelhead. So, like I said, though, it's a lot of work. And that's why I don't do a lot of cracking for steelhead or jigging. However you want to call it, it's your preference. You do it. Personally, I'd rather be throwing a jig underneath a float myself. But not everybody likes to float fish, so if I can give you guys as many different options and ways of fishing, I'll do that. Because I want you guys to get out here, do some fishing, and try catching a steelhead. For those of you who live in Oregon, and they do most of these techniques that I show you guys on some on other rivers as well. So it's not just the Deschutes River. I've done some coastal river fishing as well. Aloha from Hawaii. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, steelhead fishing's fun. I got a friend, Alex. He's from Hawaii. He's learning how to steelhead fish right now. He's on a trip, so he's not with me right now. So, but he'll start fishing with me again when he gets back from his trips. He's off having a good time, I guess. I don't know. I want to go catch a tuna over there in Hawaii, or whatever kind of big game fish you guys got there. Mahi maybe, bonefish maybe. Maybe a shark even, that would be fun. You guys catch shark over there in Hawaii? Steelhead fishing is definitely a fun way to catch a fish, though, or a fun fish to catch. And there's multiple different ways to do it. And this is just one of the different styles I've chosen to show you guys how to catch them. And I'm not getting very good views, so maybe I chose the wrong subject, but maybe somebody will watch it and decide to come out and do it, and then it'll be worth my time of showing you guys how to do this type of fishing. You see? Just remember, swing into the bank. Don't avoid swinging into the bank, because those fish, a lot of times, they'll hit you when you're swinging into the bank just before you're ready to start cranking it in from the river. So make sure that if you are steelhead fishing, you're swinging as far into the bank as you can possibly swing. Oh, are they? Wow, I did not know that. So, when and if I ever get to come over to Hawaii, I can't catch a shark because they're that sacred to you guys. Okay. Gotcha. Well, I guess that's the way it is, huh? Personally, I would have liked to had somebody who does this jigging or cracking do this video for me. That way I wouldn't have had to, I wouldn't be doing it, because they dedicate their time to doing this. I don't. I only do it once in a while just to do it, just to catch a fish a different way. Like I said, it's not my favorite way to catch a steelhead. My favorite way to catch a steelhead is any way I can catch them, but this is really working way harder than what I want to. So I want to throw it out there, drift in, and then reel it back in. Got you. Which I'm sure that if you're fishing in the ocean, a shark's going to bite your line once in a while, right? On accident. Mahi, yeah. Well, I don't want to catch the shark to eat it. I just want to catch one, you know. That's a bucket list fish for me. Mahi is one too. I've only caught two different species of saltwater fish, and one was a salmon, and one was a rock bass. Yeah, rock bass was the other one. So I definitely want to do some more saltwater fish. Hey, Fishinator, how you doing? What a picture, polar bear. Well, you know I'm fishing on Saturdays. You just gotta let me know you want to go. See, and when you're casting them close in casts, it don't take very long to drift those casts. Wahoo, isn't that a toothy fish? A wahoo? It's kind of like a king mackerel or something like that, or a kingfish or something. It's got some teeth. So I'm sorry if the fish don't cooperate. You know, that's not by design. I don't I fish because I think they're gonna cooperate, not that they're not gonna cooperate. Oh, more like barracuda. Got you. All right. Barracuda is another bucket list fish for sure. I want to catch one of them big old bonefish too. I hear Hawaii's got some big bonefish. And they usually catch them bonefish on fly rods. That would be fun. Any fish on a fly rod sounds like fun to me. Couple more casts with this one and then we'll switch colors just to give us a different color. Because they may not want the color we're throwing. And so switching colors might make all the difference. Nice. Yeah, them bonefish, man, they sound like they're pretty good fighters, for sure. Oh, really? Nice, nice. What's up? How's it going? Sturgeon are the most beautiful fish ever, dude. Totally. Come on, Mr. Steelhead, or trout, or whitefish, or sucker. Don't matter to me. I just want to fish for these nice folks. Yeah, that's one thing about jig fishing for steelhead is you never know what color they're gonna want. Some days they'll choose a bright color over a dark color. Other days they'll try to choose a dark color over a bright color. Um, yeah, yeah. That's what I understand is they like to hang out in the sandy bottoms and using light gear is pretty fun for them, from what I understand. One more cast with this jig and then we'll go ahead and try a different color. Yeah, the Deschutes is a nice place, especially when you're fishing for trout and steelhead and salmon. Whitefish are pretty good too, though. Always fun. Nice. You're in Portland? I got to come over there and make another video over there. It's been a while since I've been over there. I kind of would like to get over there and do more fishing over there. Right now I'm using pink for a jig color. That's been the most popular color for steelhead this year is pink. Caught a lot of them on pink this year. I think it's got a little white mixed in there as well. I'll show you before I switch colors. I think I already showed, but I'll show again. No, not yet because I'm not fishing for those. Yeah, so pink and white one. You can barely see the white, but there's some white in there. Um, Usually the style that you gave me, I use on a different setup than this one. So you know, I'll take this one off and I'll pick another color. Let's go with red and black this time, huh? How about try a little red and black color, just to, not a color I've used a whole lot, red and black. I've used orange and black quite a bit, and I've caught a lot of fish off of orange and black, but I don't do a lot of black and red. So we'll go ahead and try the black and red. Let's see if we can. And most of the ones I've got are 1/4 ounce because of the style, the depth of the water that I decided to fish today. And that's mostly deep water, not shallow or soft water. I mean, it is kind of soft, but if you were to wade out there and try to swim in it, it wouldn't be soft at all. It just looks soft. It's not really soft at all. So what I like to do is I like to put it through the eye of the jig head once, put it back through it again. That way I've got a double, that way it's doubled up, and that way it'll hold it in place better. And what I do is I just do a simple cinch knot after that. I just take and I wrap it around about 5 or 6 times. Oops. I can keep hold of it. And then those 2 loops that I made, I'll take and I'll feed the tag end through the loops. And I'll take and I'll wrap it around the loops and through the loop, the other loop that it caused. And then when I cinch it down, it'll give me a good solid cinch down. And so that way it'll hold it into place when I hit the rocks or I miss a fish or whatever, to keep it floating properly. At least I hope it does anyways. So, see, and then before I cinch it all the way down, I want to put a little lubrication on there so that it don't weaken my knot. See, and they're a good solid knot. And see, because it's got two holding it, it shouldn't slide. That way my jig's not floating like this, it's floating like this, like it's supposed to. You see? And then if I need to, I can always slide that knot down just a little bit and make it more. See? And that's how it's supposed to look in the water. So basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing it out there and I'm jigging it, or cracking it back. So, just a couple tips there. Oh yeah. Don't want to forget the secret sauce, you know. A little bloody tuna. I always like to add a little scent to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it works, but it gives me confidence. So, and anytime you can give yourself a little confidence, I say go for it. You know. I put that on my beads as well when I'm bead fishing. So I like to scent it up a little bit. So. All right. Color number 2 going out. So hopefully we'll get destroyed and we'll reel in a fish for you guys. Okay, enjoy, Fishinator. Why do they call you Fishinator? Do you destroy the fish or what? I know we're going to start in close and then we're going to work ourselves further and further out. And just, that way, you know, we're covering water. Or different areas of the water. Thanks. I think it's a beautiful view too. It's not a bad view to have when you're fishing, that's for sure. You got the buttes in the background. You got the river. Oh yeah. Once in a while you'll see a coyote run across, or a horse, or even a deer down getting a drink out of the water. Oh yeah. It's always nice. Thank you guys for joining us today, by the way. And then you just work it further out, further out, further out. Until you figure, oh, that must have been a rock. Because usually when you hit one of them rocks, they can feel like a fish themselves. Because when you first initially crack it, it feels heavy, so. And I did catch one fish earlier doing this, so. It does work. You'll have to wait until that video comes out to see that fish. I think I got 3 other videos I need to edit yet. So I still got a bit to go before this one will probably get out there. Deschutes definitely got a world-class fishery for steelhead and trout. Used to be a world-class whitefish fishery, but people are starting to over-harvest them now, and it's just not anything like it used to be. So it's getting to be to the point to where white fishing is going to be a thing of the past, you know, and just overfishing it. So. I still need to do a fly fishing video and a bead fishing video. I might pull the bead out though, because there's 2 different ways to fish a bead. There's actually probably 3 or 4 different ways to fish a bead, but I usually only fish it one way. But there are a couple of different ways to do it. So, and that's going to be a video eventually and a live stream. Um, I just don't know when. It'll probably be next weekend when I do that one. So. So I'll probably fish on Christmas Eve. Um, Probably won't fish on Christmas Day. Um, but if I fish on Christmas Eve, I will be live streaming for some time. So it's kind of the way I do things. I like to, when I get out, I want to do something other than just shoot a video. To me, this gives me the opportunity to interact with people. So that's why I like to live stream. Like today, not a whole lot of people joining me so far, but I'm thankful for the ones that have decided to join me today. So I can't complain about that. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be live streaming. You guys make it worthwhile. So I just wish I was catching more fish for you guys on the live stream. I'm telling you, it's not easy to say, oh, the fish are gonna be biting during this time. You know. So I just try to live stream on like Saturday around the same time, every Saturday, and then during the week, like I'll live stream earlier in the day. So and then now that I've fished in close and fur out there, I'll go ahead and cast in close again, work it again, because you never know, there might be a fish there that I just bypassed and didn't get in front of, and by redoing it I might get it in front of one. So you just never know. You really never know. Hopefully you guys are hearing me just fine, especially when I walk or look away, because I've got my microphones on, and I don't know that they're working that great, because yeah, I just don't know that they're working that great. So I think a couple more casts in this spot will move up. Good, I'm glad that it's working. But what if I was to move over here? Okay, I'm going to move over here a little bit further away from the camera. You guys let me know if you guys can still hear me. All right? I'm going to be pretty much out of sight and talking to you guys. So, can you guys still hear me over there? I can't see the camera. Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. I'll take a cast or two from here, and then I will come back over in front of the camera. That way you guys can let me know if you can hear me from over here. Could you guys hear me over there? That'll let me know if my microphone's working even when I'm away. Cool, cool. I might invest in a little bit, little more expensive microphone system. My buddy Josh, he got these ones for me, so I'm thankful for that. And so that got me my start on thinking about getting microphones for the live streaming, and seems to work when they work properly. So, I think this will be the last cast in this spot, and then we'll move up a little bit, and we can try a different spot. That way we can cover a little more water. See, my goal in this live stream, doing this, to hit this spot, hit a spot up further, and then go up and hit another spot further up. So that way I'm hitting multiple spots. I mean, I like to fish down here more, but I kind of have to be away from any stable platform for the camera and stuff for me to be fishing, so you guys wouldn't be able to see me very well, maybe not hear me very well, and I want you guys to be able to do all that stuff. So, and if I'm away, I'm afraid you guys aren't going to be able to see nor hear me. So, and this is cracking or jigging in a nutshell without a float. That's pretty much how you do cracking. That's a third different way of jig fishing on the Deschutes River. Wait. Yeah, because 1, you got a stationary float. 2, you got a slip float. And 3, you don't have any float at all. So let's go ahead and move to another spot. See if we can't pick up a fish someplace else. You never know. And you guys I can talk to you guys while we move and stuff like that. One of these days, I'm going to hire me a camera guy for the day. They can come be my camera guy, and then, they can follow me around and stuff. And then I won't have to worry about packing my own camera around, and I'll have free hands and stuff like that. Because it'd be nice to be able to have somebody read me the comments, and I can just focus on fishing and answering questions at times, So we'll try this spot for a little bit. Probably not a whole lot of time, but we'll try it for a little bit, and then we'll move. We'll have to go up and walk on the up a little further. Now I got to get you guys set back up where you guys don't fall over. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to belch in you guys' camera faces. Sorry. Think about moving to another spot. You gotta figure out how to get level. Maybe I did the wrong one. Gotta figure out how to get it level so that it works for you, Let's try that. And we still got the other 100 rods we usually carry with us. So we got 5 rods with us. The only one I don't have with me right now, well, the only 2 I don't have with me right now is the whitefish rod and the slip float rod. Now I'm not saying that I'm going to use those other 4 rods during this live stream, because the live stream is titled cracking for steelhead. So I'm going to do as much cracking as possible, I think, for this live stream. And hopefully we're going to get bit, and and you guys are going to be happy that you watched the live stream. What was it? Tuesday I caught a Chinook fishing for steelhead. I caught a trout. I put put that trout out already. Still got to put the Chinook out. And then I caught a whitefish during a live stream, so. How's your guys' Saturday going? Pretty good, I hope? Mine's going good. Be honest with you, I might have caught more fish if I didn't have other things going on today. But what went on today wasn't planned, so I didn't know I was going to be doing them. So that was cool that they happened. I enjoyed my time. So basically, today I fished for maybe 3 hours. This is the third hour right here, live streaming with you guys. So first couple hours was this morning, and I didn't do any live stream this morning. I did catch one fish though, but I knew I was going to live stream this afternoon because it was a Saturday. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I picked the wrong color today. We'll see. We got plenty of colors to try, that's for sure. Oh, I think that was a rock, because I hit it twice now. I think that's another rock. So, at least I know I'm getting close to the bottom, which is where you want to be when you're steelhead fishing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Show you something what happens to your jig heads when you're fishing properly. See, when I first started throwing this, had all the paint on it. See, you're fishing properly if you're bumping and you're taking paint off your heads of your jigs. So y'all, don't be alarmed if you got that going on. It's because you're fishing properly. You always want to be fishing properly if you're steelhead fishing. Not getting hung up once in a while or beating up rocks. You're probably not going to catch too many steelhead. Are you guys bored of this cracking yet? I'm not. I'm having a good time. Having fun trying to get one cracking for you guys. Especially with as many fishes in the river. Well, you're welcome. I like doing different techniques, even if it's not my favorite way to catch a fish. Just this morning, I got one big lip sucker. So far this afternoon, nada. I was just telling everybody I've only fished for about 3 hours a day. Steelhead fishing can be a fish of 10,000 casts for sure. Even if they are there, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to catch them. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't do cracking for smallmouth. I do a different type of jigging for smallmouth. It's usually like with a tube or or craw plastic bait for them. And I do like use trout magnets and stuff like that for bass fishing, and there's just a bunch of different ways to bass fish though. Who knows? I might get into doing more cracking later, but I don't do a lot of it. I mean, I do it a couple times a year. A lot of times if I'm doing it, it's because somebody else wants to learn how, or I'm doing it for a video just to put out more content teaching people how to do different techniques for catching steelhead on the Deschutes. There's a fish. There's good fish. Oh, good fish, good fish, good fish, good fish, good fish. Oh, he broke me off too. No. No, I didn't have my drag set properly. No. No, 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 no. No. Finally. I know I should have checked my drag. But that's fishing for you guys, you know. It's that's fishing, you know. It snapped. It snapped at the braid. And all my leader stuff is at the car. Let me run up, go get leader stuff. I'll be right back, y'all. Because we want to get out there and try and get another bite. I'm going to leave you hanging just long enough to go get leader, all right? Sorry, you guys, but I need the leader in order to keep fishing this style, all right? Because without no fluoro or mono, this is too visible. So let me go get that real quick. That's just the way it goes, though. That's fishing. I'll be right back, y'all. Right back. Woohoo! All right, I'm back, y'all. Whew. Get more leader here. Gonna go with a pretty long leader though. That was all my fault for losing that fish. Just yeah. There you guys go. Hooked up cracking on the live stream. See, all I'm using is 8-pound P-line. That's what I'm using, fluorocarbon. So what we're gonna do here to join this leader to it is we're gonna make a loop here take the braid, make a loop, take the fluorocarbon, put it through, and get yourself a good long tag end. And we're going to go 8 wraps one way and then 8 wraps down. So 8 wraps up, well, maybe not quite 8, but close to it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go down now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close enough to 8. Pull that tag end back through the loop. Made. Cinch it down. Spit on it. Cinch it down. And I must have a bad spot on my braid there, because I just broke it easily. I might have a bad spot on my braid, so I might have to. I might have picked the wrong rod to use for cracking today, because I just broke that like it was nothing. Okay. Well, let's try making this knot again. That's I'm not happy about that. Maybe it's time to change my braid. Thing is, I've caught them on this rod before, so I don't get it if it's breaking that easily. So try that again. Tag in 7, 8 times. And go down. See, you're first you're going to go up the line that way, and then you're going to go back down before you put it through the loop. You're going to do about the same amount of twist going down. Basically what that does is it ensures, in my opinion, from my experience, it ensures that it's not going to slip through. I've had knots do that before because I didn't do it properly, so I want to make sure that my knots are properly tied. Come on, get in there. Okay, here we go. Try it again. Usually the mono breaks before the fluoro, or the fluoro breaks before the braid, but I don't know. Okay, all tied up again. Try this again without the whoopsie-daisy. Without the whoopsie-daisy. And then we're just going to trim off the tag ends. Sorry that this is taking longer, but maybe somebody will want to know how to tie that knot, and it'll be there for them. So do not lay your tag ends on the ground. Do not throw them down. Take them and you put them in your pocket, instead of littering them on the ground. For those of you who missed it, I did hook up on Kraken, so I'm happy about that, but I'm mad because my line broke. My fault. I should have had my drag set properly before the fish hit, and I don't know. Sometimes that's the way it goes. And that was on a black and red jig. Let's go with an orange and white one now, since we don't have the black and red one no more. How about that? Black or orange and white. Let's try that for a little while. That was just perfect though to you know, first time this year doing the cracking. I've caught one fish, and landed it and then lost a second fish during the live stream. So, I mean, that's cool, and you know, just to be able to hook a fish doing different techniques for you guys and trying to show you guys new ideas on how to dart spin. I don't know what a dart spin is. No, I've never used one. I've never heard of a dart spin. Well, it's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know. I've caught a lot on orange and white over the years, a lot of steelhead. So, I think it'll work. Maybe not today, but it'll definitely work sometime. I did lose one. I don't know if you're here for the one that I lost. I hooked and lost, but my fault for not having my drag set properly when he hit. Tell you, sometimes it's just the way that it is. Okay, and then all set back up. Ready to go back out there and see if we can't get hooked up again. I guess I'll have to get more red and black to throw out there. And so, orange and white's usually a pretty good color, though. Hey, what up? Ron from South Florida. Did you miss the action? I just literally 10 minutes ago hooked and broke off a fish, dude. Literally. And now I'm having to retie a leader because my braid broke and not my leader. So I had to retie on a new leader. And lost the lure that I hooked the fish on. All right, thanks, man. So, but anywho, this is the color we decided to try now that we've broken off the red and black one. Use my razor sharp teeth. Now, let's just go ahead and use this so the wife don't get mad at me to cut the line. Really? Yep, really. Okay, and then take your tag and put it in your pocket. Don't throw it on the ground. So, and then we got to get some smell 'em on there because you know me, if I'm fishing for steelhead, I'm using some smell 'em. Hopefully, and that was a 1/4 ounce black and red jig that I hooked that fish on. Now, usually fish story time. Well, yeah, all the people that was here for the live stream part when I hooked that fish knows that I hooked and broke one off, so. It's true, it's true. All right, let's get another fish hooked up, y'all. Back to fishing. Woo. That really does stink, though, to hook that fish and not land it on a live stream. It does stink. It does happen. Yeah. Okay, Ron. Yeah, I got you, man. No problem. Just go back and watch the footage after I post it. I know you're just joking, so am I. So, but yeah, here we are. New jig, new leader, new knot. Hopefully, we're gonna get another bite. Hopefully, we're gonna get another bite and another opportunity at another fish. Couple casts here in this spot, I think, and then we'll move up some more and try a different spot. But it's going to be a bit of a little walk because we're just going to walk to the next spot. We're not going to get in the car and drive, I don't think. But, y'all, thanks for joining us. That makes my day when you guys join us for a live stream edition. That was a solid fish though that I hooked, I think. Felt like a nice solid fish and definitely felt like a steelhead. So, can't promise you nothing because I didn't see it. I just know that the way they fight when you do hook them. You think we just pick on the guy from Florida? Nah, we wouldn't pick on you, Ron. We like having you on the live stream. You know, you have a lot of comments and stuff like that. So, yeah. Thanks for joining us, Ron. We appreciate that. Been a pretty good day though overall. I can't really complain. I like fishing. I like doing this stuff for you guys, giving you guys new techniques on fishing. And this technique is called cracking. Most of the people don't call it jigging; they call it cracking. And basically, what you do is you throw it out there, let the river do its thing, and you're just doing this the whole time you're fishing it. Basically what happened when that fish hit was I started my in-close fishing, done that for a few casts, threw it out there further, and then came back and started in close again. And then that's when that fish hit. This year, I've landed 5 and I've hooked 10. So it's been a pretty good ratio. I mean, it hadn't been, you know, so stellar that, I'm going to tell everybody that, there's thousands of fish biting, but there are fish biting. There's plenty of them here. You can see them. And I definitely recommend that if you like fishing, to get out here and try it if you haven't done it yet. Yeah. Well, I was down there earlier. See, it's the same ridge, but I fish on different areas of the river, what it boils down to. And so today, the live stream, I started down a little bit and I'm working my way upriver. But yeah, it's the same ridge. Definitely the same ridge. This stretch of river is closest stretch of river to me. So I do a lot of fishing here. So you're gonna when I do the steelhead fishing, you're gonna see a lot of it here. Some of the other spots I go, there's no service, so on the river, so I can't live stream and stuff. And usually, it seems like when you guys see videos and see live stream, it's because I've caught fish here at some point during the day, and I've got to do something for you guys, So I feel like, if the spots where there's no service ain't producing, this is the spot I'm going to go because it, in my opinion, it produces, and you guys have seen a lot of fish caught here. So, well, maybe not a lot during the live stream, but I posted a few videos from here that's got fish in it. So. It's almost time. I think 2 more casts and then we'll go ahead and go upriver more. Just so we can fish more of it. Yeah. That's a decent amount. I mean, it's not great. Years past used to catch more fish throughout a steelhead season, and then it got bad to where I wasn't catching hardly any fish throughout the season, and then it's finally starting to pick up again. I'm catching more fish again, so hopefully that's a good sign, and there's more fish in the river than what there's been. All right, last cast in this spot and then we'll move. We'll go try another area. That famous last cast word. So. Yeah, that cast that I just threw is the one that I got bit on. But I had a red and black one. And for whatever reason, it seems like sometimes in the darker conditions, darker colors work better. I don't know why that is, but sometimes it does seem to work better. And then sometimes in darker conditions, it don't matter what you throw. If they're going to bite it, they're going to bite it. Well, that's throughout the season. That's not, today. Come on now. We're not stabbing nothing at you. We're going to go ahead and move upstream a little bit. No, not the Warm Springs River. I'm fishing the Deschutes River. Yeah, I've fished a lot. I mean, I've given several different styles of steelhead fishing: jigging bobber, slip bobber, set bobber, spinners, spoons. And right now I'm doing a cracking video or cracking session on live stream. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move to another area further up. So, hopefully, that one fish I hooked and broke off isn't the only one we're gonna hook during this live stream, because that was pretty cool. Hooking it, cracking. I don't do a lot of cracking fishing, but I do some. And that's just mostly because either somebody wants to fish it with me, or I'm trying to make a video to show everybody different ways to fish it. So, well, this isn't the Warm Springs River. This is the Deschutes River, and it borders the Warm Springs Reservation. Okay, so if you want to know where to fish the Deschutes River and fish on the state side if you're not a tribal member. Because if you're not a tribal member, you can't be on the other side unless you have a steelhead or you have a reservation permit, which for the river is only good until October 31st. But it's still good for some of the reservoirs. And then the other way you can fish on the reservation is if you're married to a tribal member. And then they have to be with you in order for you to fish on the river, on the reservation. We'll go up to this top hole and then we'll work our way back, I think. Because this top hole has been pretty good. So has this hole too, though. So, but we'll go ahead and go up to the top hole and work our way back down if we have time. I don't know that we will have time to do it all. Sometimes I feel like I start live streaming too late, but it is what it is. I like to live stream usually from 3 to 4, maybe 5 the latest if I've got enough light for it. Yeah, the Deschutes here, just before you go across the river and go onto the reservation side. So I'm on the state side fishing. Making videos for you guys. Trying to catch fish for you guys. Yeah, just kind of the way it goes. Just trying to give you guys all the tips and techniques that I possibly can to ensure that when you guys go out here, you guys have a chance at hooking and landing that beautiful 30-inch steelhead that that's swimming down there, you know. So yeah, the next video is either going to be a fly fishing video on the Deschutes, or it's going to be a bead video. I do have my bead rod. I finally brought it with me. I'm not exactly using it right now because I'm doing a cracking video. But, you know, you never know. If things get to where I feel like maybe I should try a bead, I might. But for right now, I don't plan on doing any bead fishing right now. It's just mostly jig fishing, cracking is what it is. So, okay, get us all set up, get the camera and tripod set up properly, and we will get back to trying to get a fish for you guys. Okay. Are we set up properly to where we're not going to fall off and lose our phone in the river? That's the big question. Okay. I think that ain't too bad. What do you guys think? All right. New spot, a mile upriver from the last spot. And we're going to start in close. Always remember, when you get to a new spot, start in close. Don't just cast it out there as far as you can. Because if you just cast it out there as far as you can all day long, you're missing fish. So, always recommend that you start in close and you work it out there further. Gives you more opportunity and more chances to catch fish. I fish with guys who all they want to do is cast all the way across the river all day long. They don't catch as many fish, I guarantee you. So, I've caught a few steelhead off this spot with a jig and a bobber this year. Been pretty good for me. Pink's been the hot color this year. Really has been. I've hooked them on orange and white, and I've hooked them on what's the other color? I don't remember the other color. But sometimes, you know, yeah, cast and you're doing these short casts, and then all of a sudden, crock pot chicken. Ooh, some chicken, nice. Try to, ooh, sounds like you're having a good dinner. Can I go over to your house for dinner? I could use some crock pot chicken. Ooh, I don't know what I'm having for dinner. Whatever the wife decides to make, I guess, when I get home. She's probably cooking it now. Somebody just pulled up. But heck yeah. Just cracking, trying to show you guys a good technique to catch you some steelhead, you know. For sure.
This guy's Billy Jackson.
What's that?
The short little guy is Billy Jackson.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You guys looking for me? I'm live streaming right now.
Yeah,
Well, come down and say hello. How you guys doing?
good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It's great to see fans. That's great. Live streaming here, not expecting anybody to show up, and hey, we got fans showed up to say hi. Nice.
Our uncle knew.
Did you guys see the part where I hooked and lost that steelhead down in the river?
No, this guy was. Look at him.
Ah, nice.
We were walking down the
fishing
boat.
down there for a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying to find you. We could have found someone else.
Yeah, usually this is a stretch I'm fishing.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, we'll fish more down there,
But yeah, right now I'm doing a technique I rarely ever do for this live stream, just trying to give people more ideas on how to catch fish.
Okay.
But you're more than welcome to look at my box and see what all I'm using.
Okay.
And give you guys some more ideas on
Yeah.
how to catch fish.
This is all what you use here?
Yeah. Most of what I use, and then those are my primary rods right there, and they're all rigged up with something different.
Yeah. You use a bait caster?
Yeah, I use the only one that I don't use a bait caster on is my set float rod
Yeah.
and my cracking rod.
Oh, okay.
Just because the jigs are harder to cast because they're lighter
Yeah.
on the bait caster. So
That's a yeah.
yeah, unless I'm using a slip float, then I'll use the bait caster
Yeah.
with a jig. So, and those are pretty much everything I'm using. I did bring out the bead rod, which I've been talking about using for a while, which will be on one video that's yet to come.
And this, do you use this quite often too?
Yeah, the Panther Martin.
We have one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
We have two of those. Where would you?
And now it's sliding right there. But yeah, Panther Martins are great. Size 9 is probably about the right size for getting down deep and staying on the bottom where you want to be when you're using a Panther Martin.
Yeah.
But you can get away with using a size 6 as long as you're using a spinning reel.
Okay.
Always use a fluorocarbon or a mono leader.
Yeah, I gotta have that.
Because the steelhead will see that braid and they won't bite.
Yeah.
They won't bite. So.
And then, do you think this would be fun to try?
Oh yeah, I've caught plenty of them on blue foxes.
What size do you use?
Yeah, any size is good. Any size. I've used even great big old ones and caught, so yeah. But hey, man, cool. You guys want to be shown on the live stream so you guys stop by?
Yeah.
I'll show you guys off. I don't mind.
That is big, yes. It's our Asian villain. Turned 18.
Yeah, he turned 18 today, so we came fishing.
And we're gonna go skiing, but then it's all raining up there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I want you guys to meet some of these folks who stopped by to say hi, so I'm going to turn you guys around and say what's up. Fans, nice. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, that's freaking cool. I like that. I always like meeting new people. So yeah.
That's
Sweet.
Did you watch the Chiefs game?
No, I'm gonna go home and I recorded it because, I recorded it. I wasn't gonna go anywhere other than the river today, but my daughter called me up and her and my grandbaby wanted to go hang out for a little bit. So I've only fished for about 3 hours today. 2 hours this morning. 2 hours this morning and 1 hour this evening. So
How many have you caught this?
how many have I caught this year?
No, today.
Oh, today I've hooked 2 fish and I've landed 1 fish. One was the big lip. The one that I landed was the big lip sucker, and then down there, cracking, I hooked a pretty nice fish, but it broke me off. I wouldn't, because I don't crack very often. It's not something that I prefer to do.
Yeah.
Usually the ones who crack are dedicated crackers.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, we'll go down there a little bit.
All right. Well, you guys have fun to catch fish, huh?
Thank you.
Sweet, you guys. Nice. Get back to paying attention to you guys. Yeah, that's because I'm, yeah, definitely no bites when I'm talking to folks and giving them tips and stuff like that. So that's always cool though when people stop by and say hi. That's a blast. Okay, back to fishing, y'all. Back to fishing. That's cool. Right on. Okay, now maybe my thing's proper. That is beyond cool. That is beyond cool. That is so cool. Well, let's get a fish hooked and landed now. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't get the names. I did ask them for names. Yeah, it is quite the accomplishment when people are recognizing you out in the middle of fishing. Of course, they were watching the live stream, and that's how come they knew I was here, which is cool too. Um, these days, it's not uncommon for me to be recognized. Not so much without the beard, because people aren't used to seeing me without a beard. Normally, I've got a beard, and I've got a pretty good 5 o'clock shadow going, and it'll be back soon enough. So then I'll be back to having my beard, and I'll be back to being happy about that. But I think after this cast, we might change colors just to try another color again. Because last time, that's what happened when I hooked that last fish. Was I switched colors to black and red. So one more cast with this pink and or orange and white one, and then we'll switch colors. Yeah, I hope so too. The like button's always a fan, or always a good thing. So no, I don't have any more black and red. I have black and orange, so I might try that. Um, and the marabou's not orange at all. Uh, it's the bead and the head of it that's orange. So I don't have any more black and red, but we'll go ahead and put a black and orange on just to get close to the same color as what we had. Um, I guess we could go with black and pink. Uh, let's go with black and orange right now, and then if nothing, then we can try the. If nothing, then we can try the black and pink. All right. How about that, YouTube? See, I got the black and orange. Do you guys fish out here much?
What was that?
Do you guys fish out here much?
This is our first time.
First time?
This is our first time here.
Nice. Well, the more you fish out here, the better your chances are of learning how to fish it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, heck yeah, thanks for stopping by. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 5 viewers and 15 likes. Well, I had more viewers earlier, so. Hi, how you doing? Always good to have multiple colors and different sizes for sure. Yeah, woolly burgers. Yeah, I got a couple of the green woolly burgers. I like I like using those. I caught some pretty nice trout on the green woolly burgers underneath the float. So definitely, I got one, a green one in my box right now. There we go, black and orange. Got to get that smell 'em. Always got to. There we go. Found the smell 'em. No, well, I caught a sucker earlier today and I hooked a nice fish and broke it off. So it has been productive for sure. There we go. Get a little smell 'em on there, and can't hurt to try, you know. Back to it. It's starting to get dark on me real quick now, and we're gonna start in close like we would any other time. Yeah, that woolly burger definitely is a clutch clutch one, especially in reservoirs. I really like the woolly burger in reservoirs. They got so many variations of a woolly burger too. So definitely, the trout I caught on Tuesday for the short video that I put out, that was on a woolly burger. So underneath the float. Yeah, that's true. Black ones with a little bit of red, for sure. Yeah, map spinners. They're fish catching. They catch fish. I haven't had a lot of luck on them, but I haven't thrown them a whole lot either. So, and that's probably why I haven't had a lot of luck on them. I keep thinking I'm going to throw them more, but I throw a lot of Panther Martins more than I do maps. I know I've hit a couple of browns on the maps spinner. That's always fun when you can get a brown trout on a spinner. Y'all, this is so much fun. Not a lot of viewers today, but got enough to get 16 likes anyways. Can't complain about that. And then people came down and said hello. That's even cool. So I'm happy. The best part of my day, though, I would love to say that it was spending time with you guys, but I got to see my granddaughter today. So that was the best part of my day. And then teaching you guys new techniques is a pretty good part of my day too. I like doing that. It's always fun. Oh yeah. So it must have been a pretty fun day though for only one day, huh? Yep, I like the Panther myself. Caught a lot of nice steelhead on Panther Martins. Caught a lot of nice trout and whitefish on them too, though. And salmon. I've caught salmon on them too. So And to think, I've only used the one rod today in a live stream. That's unlike me. Normally, I've used 4 rods by now. That's me for you, though. 4 rods and afternoon of live streaming. I like doing that though. Gives me more options and stuff like that. But this video really was all about what I'm doing. This technique. And it's gonna get too dark on me pretty quick. That's no question about that. But it's only 4:25, so we might have another 10, 20 minutes worth of fishing light, maybe, if we're lucky. I was hoping that this cracking video would get more views, just because it's not something we hear a lot about. I mean, pretty much from my experience with the cracking stuff, is what it boils down to is if you know somebody who does it, that's the big thing. And my jig is coming apart on me. So, but that ain't no thing. I think I got more of them someplace laying around. We've only got a week and a couple days left to catch any more steelhead before it closes for the year. It closes till April. Unless we go down like the Moppin area stuff. I don't know if I'll go down there or not. Depends on if somebody wants to go. That's usually when I go down that way, is if somebody wants to go down there. Then I'll go down there. Like last year, I went down there and fished with a buddy well, actually, it was the beginning of this year, I guess. I went down there and was fishing with a buddy of mine for a few hours. Yeah, frog lures. Oh, I think that was a rock. There for a second, I thought it might have been a fish. Woo, that's a beautiful largemouth right there. I've caught in 2 8-pound largemouth here in Oregon. That's my biggest largemouths. And they came on a night crawler, fishing on the bottom. I was throwing a Senko and everything I could for them largemouth, and I caught the 7-pounders on a night crawler. We don't have a lot of largemouth fishing in Oregon. We do have it, just not like a lot of it. So, and largemouth are always fun to catch too. I remember growing up fishing for them in Missouri. Pretty popular fish to fish for. Yeah, I try to do the best I can. I mean, I think it would be better for everybody if I had a camera guy who was just behind the camera and shooting all my actions and stuff. But I may end up starting to use another GoPro just to get 2 different angles, one from my chest view and one from my back view. But you know, I don't know. You know, I've been doing the chest thing for so long, and now that I'm doing the live stream thing, I just kind of do the live stream thing like this. Like if I'm at the lake and I'm just um, fishing bait and stuff, I'll just set it down and stand behind it and watch the camera while the lines are in the water. But cracking, it's not the easiest way to catch fish, but it's, as you could see, I hooked the fish during the live stream, so it is effective. And you guys got to see that. So hopefully others will go back and watch that and hopefully see it, because I don't know how well you guys seen it, because I'm not recording on a chesty for the simple fact that I'm doing this live streaming. Now, I should have been recording on a chesty doing this, but I just figured, why record on a chesty when I'm doing this and you guys can just watch me in live time. So that's the second time this year I've had somebody approach me while I'm live streaming, which is cool. So cool. It's getting to be about that point where I'm going to have to put this camera away. I'm not ready to put it away though. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying it. What can I say? To me, since I've been doing this live stream thing, there's nothing better than live stream with you guys. Even if I'm not catching fish, just I want to interact with people, you know, and that's what it is, you know, that interaction that I'm having with you guys. It is getting dark quick, that's for sure. Leaving the larger bodies of water, huh? Yeah, that's always fun. I've done walking baits here in Oregon, and some of the clear lakes we've got. And basically, I've watched fish follow it from a distance, walking that bait on top of the water, and watch them. And because I keep it moving and I don't pause it long enough, they don't bite it. So when I can see them following it, I'll stop it and then watch them actually come up and blow up on it right in front of my face. A lot of times that's fun. That's fun. I like the top water fishing. That's always a blast. Yeah, that is quite a sight. I've done some frog fishing in Oregon too, and that's cool, because basically one spot where I fish. Yeah, it's always fun to see a bending rod, for sure. I've done some frog fishing on Lake Semtuscus. It's tribal waters, but casting from one bank to the other, where the fish are hiding up underneath the branches and stuff on the other side, is always fun. See that and those are smallmouth. What I'm talking about, watching them come up and hit a frog on top of the water. That is fun, and there's nothing like it. I mean, it truly is fun. Yeah, we do. I like using the whopper plopper for them smallmouth on the John Day River. That's always fun. That's always fun. What do you think? One more jig before we go? Try one more color? It's almost getting too dark though. The reason why I want to put on the other colors is because that's the color I'm going to start out with if I do this again this year. That way it's already tied on, unless I lose it, you know, which is a possibility. There are rock cods in this river, you know, and they're not shy of biting either. So that pink and black one I was telling you about, that's the one I want to try next time I come out. So. And I'll have to try and find some more red and black. If it works, why not get more of them and try them out, you know? Oh, it's starting to rain on me. And it's starting to rain quick. It just went from no rain to feeling like it's going to rain like crazy. If I can even see to tie up this jig, see the black and pink. Lily, oh yeah, that would make sense to throw a frog. Lily pads, definitely. Like I said, I got to get out there to South Florida sometime and I put a hook in me for a second there. Get out there and do some of that Florida fishing, because all the videos I've seen, you know, on fishing in Florida, man, it seems like a fisherman's paradise especially for different species, you know. So that definitely would be cool to fish out there someday. Definitely would be a fun trip, I think. Go out there for a couple days and fish like mad and catch all the different species you guys got there. Like the copper-nosed bluegill, I hear it gets pretty good size, the copper-nosed bluegill, as well as the bass. I hear they're like monstrous sized bass there. So, of course, I've seen some of the videos that have the monstrous sized bass on them, so there's no doubt about that. It's getting to that point to where it's getting hard to tie at this point. Come on, get it tied. Get it tied. All right, got her tied. All right, black and pink. Yeah, that truly is fun. Watching them fish hit off of pads. Like I said, I'm originally from Missouri, so that's definitely fun. Watching them fish do that, you know, sure is fun. Big alligators, yeah, for sure. Down there in Florida, they got those gators. I'm gonna have to probably get ready because it's starting to rain pretty good down here. Might want to think about taking my phone out of the rain, you know. But hey, I'm having fun live streaming, so I'm enjoying myself. So I know, right? Well, you know, technically I did get a bite, and during this live stream, I just broke him off. But you're right. Just don't live stream, and I'll catch fish, right? I probably got 2 more trips here on the river before the end of the year. So, and I will be live streaming on those trips for sure. Uh, yeah, I know. Bust the lantern out. Only if it was legal. Boy, I'd shine myself a light on that river, and sure as can be, if they'd let me. But yeah, really, I mean, this has been fun. Not as many viewers as I've had in a recent memory, but hey, you know, the few that I've had tonight has truly been a pleasure. I've enjoyed meeting new people, which is cool, always cool. And you know what? You guys got to see me hook and break off a fish today, so you know, it's not maybe the luckiest of days, but at least I got to spend time with my grandbaby today. And I got to fish with you guys. Of course, it's always a plus to see my daughter too. So I like seeing my daughter. Worm and Bobber Girl. Hopefully someday we'll be back on the channel. I just don't know when that's going to be. It's going to be in her time and when she's ready. You know, she lost her husband this year to an unfortunate accident, and that would keep just about anybody off of a platform, I think. It's going to be bead fishing. I will be bead fishing, either bead fishing or fly fishing, one of the two, because I've got to do those two things yet. And it'll be in the same areas where I've been fishing, just because I know how to fish them and I have confidence in the areas I'm fishing. So it'll definitely be a bead fishing adventure and a fly fishing adventure. So I wanna get fish hooked and landed on those. I've hooked and landed fish on jigs this year, just not on cracking. I've hooked one steelhead and broke it off during the live stream, and I hooked one big lip sucker today. So I mean, I would say that it's been a successful day. So yeah, be looking forward to those. I don't think so. I ain't gonna snorkel fish in haystack with beads. Funny, too funny. Well, maybe one more cast after this one, and then we're gonna have to call it because it's getting to that point to where we can get a ticket if we fish for too long. So one more cast, and we're gonna call it good for you guys. Sorry we didn't land anything, but we just definitely hooked one for sure. So that's a plus. You know, we've only got a week and a few days left, and then the river's going to close on us. So that's the hard part, is the river's going to close on us for 4 months, and then I don't get to do as much live streaming and stuff like that. So the channel always takes a dip during that time. Of course, I usually don't fish the river too much when it's hot out anyways, mostly when it's cold out. So, y'all, that's the last cast. We're reeling it in. Thank y'all for joining us. Thanks to the guys who stopped by and said hi. This has been another exciting, well, maybe not so exciting episode of Gman Fishing. So remember to catch, kiss, and release a fish from time to time. It ensures that we have a future fishery. And y'all, you never know. Ice fishing could be on the table. All right, well, you guys, hey. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you have to. Y'all, remember, catch, kiss, release the fish once in a while. Ensures a future fishery for the next generation. Y'all, this has been fun. I enjoy this. That's why I live stream. You guys make it worthwhile. Even if I don't have a lot of you guys, I truly enjoy this. Thank you guys. Remember, share with other people. Maybe to help get my viewers up. Maybe not. So until next time, this is Gman Fishing, and we are out. Have a good night.